Time, can you just tell me?
Sir, last time now we looked into the tunnels, that what type of tunnels the device and the controller they form in between. So we looked at the PTVI tunnels, we looked at TVI tunnels and DTVI tunnels, VNI interface, all those basic things, sir.
Good, good. Okay, great. So, any doubt?
No, sir, I'm all right, sir.
No doubt, sir. So
जी
today we need to proceed with maybe some further topics.
जी
Okay. So just do let me know once my device is visible because I was checking something.
जी
This is somehow.
Are you sharing something, sir?
Yeah, that is what.
Yeah,
Are you
yeah,
able to
yeah.
see?
I can see your lab, sir. Now.
Okay. So let me just open the whiteboard,
Yeah.
connect my pen. So, just let me, think about last time what we talked about. Okay.
Yeah.
You were saying that we discussed about SD-WAN data plane, interface types, tunnels, and those
Yes, sir.
kind of,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And in interfaces, we talked about all that VTY, DTVY, blah, 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 right?
Yeah, जी, sir. That's correct.
Okay. Okay. And there are no doubts, no questions so far, correct?
No, no, sir. No, sir.
Okay. And how they are connected with each other through the PTBY or DTBY, sorry, the pseudo tunnels and all of those tunnels is also clear, correct?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Sir, I think you mentioned that we will look at the basics and then we will dig more into it in the next class.
Mhm.
जी, sir.
So this is what we did.
Last time,
If
yes,
you
sir.
see,
See, sir. जी, sir.
this is what we did, right?
जी, sir.
Oh, so let me just delete this whole stuff and let's continue with today's class. Okay. Sure. We will be gonna, configure rest of the things, but you
Yeah.
will tell. Don't worry. But let's first start with the class. Do you remember I talked about AFI, AFI, and SAFI kind of stuff in the lab? Did I?
No,
Uh,
no, sir. I think we didn't talk about AFI or SFI kind of stuff.
you didn't talk about AFI or SAFI?
No, sir.
In the BGP configuration, maybe?
Address families identifier. I think we did not talk specifically in terms of Versa, but we just touched like there are private address families and IPv4 address family, VPNv4 address family. But
Mm-hmm.
G, just like that there is a private address, BGP private address family that builds the underlay and exchange the routes between the client, between the spoke sites and the controller. So
It's all right. It's all right. Let me maybe, first let's start with there and then maybe because today's topic was something different, but let me just start with from there. Okay.
yes, sir.
So if you remember, we talked about this MPBGP stuff, right? Like
Yes, sir.
whole Versa will create a MPBGP with each other, right? And the base point will be all branch devices will go where to the controller,
No,
right? And this will be an IBGP, all IBGP, complete full mesh IBGP. If we talk about by default, okay, and this
Yes.
controller will act as RR. That is our MPBGP discussion we have done in the previous classes. That you remember? Yes or no, please?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. So from here now there is something named as NLRI. Okay,
Yeah.
this is a term what we used into the BGP, legacy BGP also.
Yeah.
Are you aware about this?
Yeah, yeah. I think it is the prefix with it's called like a fancy name for the prefix, the IP address and the subnet mask
So
network
this
layer
is network layer reachability information,
information. Yeah.
which means it can be network at IPv4, IPv6, or maybe any level, VXLAN level or whatever. Because MPBGP can support too many address families, right?
Yeah.
So when we have these kind of stuff, then there two things more will come into the picture, especially when we are using Versa private route. Okay. So at that time, you will able to see those two terms, and the name is AFI, AFI, and SAFI, SAFI. Okay, you can able to see it into your maybe how to say in your routing table. Okay, AFI and
Okay.
SAFI. So these AFI and SAFI is nothing but it is a some kind of information given to you by Versa devices that okay, this is which kind of route is this? Because in NLRI, as I told you, it can be different supportable like it different family it can support. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so this AFI and SAFI will talk about what about this address family. So in multi-protocol BGP, when you are using, as I told you, there can be different families which can be used. Then there is two terms, AFI, AFI, and SAFI, SAFI. You can see in your, NLRI information, and this is nothing. This is address family indicator. Okay, only a
Okay.
2 byte field. Okay, it indicates that your address family is what? Either it is IPv4, either it is IPv6, or maybe other VPNs. Okay. And SAFI, on the other hand, is subsequent address family indicator. Okay. Which means first AFI, then SAFI. In
Okay.
in SAFI, like if it is IPv4, it will talk about okay, either it is unicast, either it is multicast. Are you getting my point? Either
Yes,
it is
sir.
MPLS label, either it is maybe MPLS VPN label or whatever.
Yeah.
So both of them work together. They exchange the capability. Okay, when BGP neighborship happens, in case of your this whole Versa SD-WAN solution, this FE and SAFI are really very important to negotiate or to maybe understand or exchange the relevant routing information. So this combination of AFI and SAFI uniquely identify the type of network reachability information. Okay, either advertised or withdrawn in the BGP update message. Getting my point?
GG, sir. Thank you.
No doubt?
No.
Oh, great. So this is one thing which is your AFI and SAFI. Why I talk about it because soon we need to, discuss about couple of the BGP topologies, and there these things will come into the picture. Okay, this is one. Then we already talked about. Have we talked about something DIA?
No, sir. No, 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 not about direct internet access. No.
Okay. So let's start with DIA today.
Yeah.
Okay. So very first thing is DIA, direct internet access, as you are saying. Okay, DIA. So this is a feature. DIA allows the network session to break out, okay, to the public internet. Also referred as split
Tunnel.
tunnel. Okay. We used to say it as split tunnel also. So direct internet breakout allow the branch office, let us say this is a branch office, this branch office through the internet, okay, wanted to go to maybe SD-WAN solution. This is our SD-WAN solution. So it can go there. And if something need to break out over the internet backbone, so that can be also reachable. So from this branch device, if there is a LAN device, this LAN device can go like that as well, and for sure that as well. Or if you don't want to go to the branch site and you want to create a hub, so you can make a hub as a internet breakout. In that case, this is not true. Okay, the LAN instead of going directly will first go to the hub, okay, through the SD-WAN, and then it will go to the breakout. Means it depends upon you how you
Yeah.
want it to configure it. Okay. So this bypass the traditional method of routing. All traffic like should have gone through a central corporate, maybe data center through the WAN tunnels. No, it don't require that. It is a simply direct internet breakout or DIA, okay,
Yeah.
and or splitter, whatever you want to say. So help improve the performance of internet-based applications by removing the data backhaul towards your maybe corporate VPNs or whatever. Okay. So that will be one of the, I will say, SD-WAN advantages, right?
Yeah.
And this is what we are receiving from DIE. Any question?
Yeah. No, sir. Good with that.
So for a branch device to provide the direct internet access, it must have a WAN port first of all. Okay, it should have a connectivity with public internet.
Yeah.
Okay, so that it can be having that kind of capability. I mean to say. So as an administrator, you can do some kind of configuration. Okay, for sure. Here the security should be a question mark. I will say. Okay, while applying such kind of configuration, you need to be compliant with your corporate security policies to help ensure your compliance for the internet usage rules. So you cannot go by like your own if your friend is saying that okay, can you do that and you are just doing that. Okay,
Yeah.
so it cannot be like that. So it should
Yeah.
be comply with your security rules. So that is what. Now when you are configuring this direct internet access, for sure it will be gonna happen on the same way in the Versa operating system as we are doing the other things. Okay, same device we can create it. And when you create this, there is a bridge or there is a some kind of configuration happened in the background. Okay, where a EBGP session will get created. Okay, so
Okay.
what I mean to say, like an let us say this device is going. So it will configure an EBGP session automatically. A bridge will create with the device or with the router, okay, whatever you are configured on the internet side. So in the INET routing table, a default route should be injected, right? If you don't have a default route, how you can then go for the internet? You cannot. So
Yeah.
automatically a BGP session will get. You need not to do anything. You just follow the workflow template, but this EBGP will get configured automatically. Okay,
Yeah.
and then for sure a default route. You will get a default route, and then what is the info? What else? You should have CGNet. So this CGNet also get configured automatically because LAN device may be having 10 range IP address, then 172 range IP address, or
Yeah.
192 IP address. So this cannot go directly on the internet. For the same, the CGNet is required. So this CGNet will be also gonna done or happen automatically. You just need to maybe go through the device templates and you need to maybe create that, okay, I want to use split tunnel, okay, or the direct internet access option you need to select there. Then CGNet and this all EBGP kind of stuff will happen automatically.
Yeah.
And when you configure this, you can able to see that this EBGP configuration when you will check, you will see some kind of a pipa. IP addressing. What is APIPA IP addressing?
I think this 169 IP address, sir.
Correct. So it is 169.254.0.0/16. This complete subnet is referred as APIPA.
Yeah.
Purpose is simply like self-assigned IP address from this range will be get allocated through the DSCP also. If maybe your DSCP is not working right, so you must have seen these IP address on your workstation or
Yes,
on
sir.
your
Yes, sir.
laptop to communicate with the other device on the same local segment without a router or DHCP server. It is a non-routing, non-routable, maybe same as your RFC 1918 IP address. 1918 IP address is same.
Yeah.
Okay, strictly used for your local link communication, and this adhere to maybe RFC 302. If I'm not wrong, you may be check later. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is somewhat maybe you can able to see. And one more thing, what you can able to see over here, which is somewhat you haven't seen it, generally, you will able to see /31 IP address. Have you seen the /31 ever
Yes, sir. In Cisco proprietary, sir.
in Cisco?
Proprietary IP addresses, like, you do /31 without subnet mask, so they do that in
Okay.
Cisco. Yeah.
So here also you will be able to see like that. Like I am just giving an example, 169.254.0.2/31 maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
So in this case, first usable will host will be
One,
.2
yeah, .2, and then
and the second will be .3.
.3. Yeah.
And this will be acting as your network address as well. And this will be acting as your broadcast address as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So such information maybe you will be able to see when you will create this DIA lab. So CGNAT rule created automatically, which will use for your translation, as I told you. Okay.
Yeah.
So outbound traffic based on the information of the pool, whatever you are configuring. Okay. So this is
Yeah.
how your everything will be happening. Any questions so far?
सर ये जो ईबीजीपी का आपने बताया सर, नेबर ईबीजीपी नेबर, राइट? वेयर
EBGP is something like it will get configured with your internet service provider.
ओके.
Okay, let me talk about. Let me talk. So maybe we can talk like that. Traffic flow of DI. Okay.
Yeah.
SD-WAN in the internet. Let us say this is your voice device. Again, the typical picture, whatever I told you earlier.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let us say this is your transport for MPLS routing table. Okay, transport
Yeah.
VR. This is your transport VR for your internet.
Internet. Yeah.
This is your control VR.
Yeah.
Then maybe not here. Let me write down here only. Control VR. Okay.
Yeah.
Under control VR, there will be your main routing table.
Yeah.
Then if you have tenant, let us say tenant one routing table or whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
And this is your main routing table of your iNet transport.
Yeah.
So what I was saying, there will be a EBGP session will get created among them virtually.
ओके
Okay.
सर, इसमें लैन वीआर कहाँ है सर, जो आपने T1 ड्रॉ किया
No,
सर?
no, you can create a LAN VR also. But currently I am just not talking about LAN, so that is the reason I am not talking
ओके.
about that.
ऑलराइट.
You can create one LAN VR.
Yeah.
That hardly matters. So like that, let us say 1 1 1 bit like that.
Yeah.
Or howsoever it is going.
Yeah.
So in SD-WAN VIPTELA, it will create a BGP. So there can be multiple
Okay.
routing entities, as I told you. Okay. And direct internet
Yeah.
tunnel when you create it, then two virtual interfaces will get created automatically. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Two virtual interfaces. will get created automatically. You need not to do anything. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
One interface will go into the LAN. Okay.
Yeah.
Another will go to the internet. So
Yeah.
this is when I'm saying about tenant, I'm talking about LAN of the tenant.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay. So one will be in the LAN of the tenant one, and second will be in the internet routing. So these virtual interface are associated with each other to form a virtual link between them. It will create a bridge between these two routing tables. And here is where your EBGP neighborship will come up, and a default route will be get advertised by your internet virtual router to the LAN virtual routing table, and your CGNet policy will automatically get created.
Yep.
Any question?
यस सर सर मुझे सर वो डॉक्यूमेंटेशन से ना सर मैं इसको देख रहा था बिफोर द क्लास एंड आई गॉट like a vague type of understanding that the eBGP neighbor will be created between the transport VR and the LAN VR. So that
Ah, internet is the transport, na?
okay,
See, these both are transport VR.
all right,
Let me tell you, these both are transport VR.
VR, yeah,
But one transport can be MPLS, one can be internet, it can be LT, it can be any.
okay,
But generally, from MPLS, we don't receive the default route. So I am giving you the example of internet
okay,
because we need internet breakout directly, not from maybe third side. So that is the reason I am giving you the example of internet. So these two MPLS and internet both are transport via.
yeah, yeah, okay, yeah,
Is this
got it.
clear now?
जी सर क्लियर हो गया सर.
Oh. So maybe if I talk about, let us say, when packet will arrive on the LAN interface, okay, of the tenant,
Yeah,
then a route lookup will happen in the LAN routing table.
yeah,
If destination are internal, they will check that through which tunnel it need to go. Okay, the whole tunnel concept, whatever I have talked about so far. And it can go to the another site. Maybe this is branch one LAN. Okay, if it need to go to the branch end, so it will go to the branch end through that tunnel. Are you getting my point?
yeah,
But if the traffic, when the traffic is coming over here, and that traffic does not match to the internal network, again, from branch one, if the traffic is coming to the LAN and it is not matching anywhere, then it will go where? To the default route. And default route is sending where? The transport VRF of internet virtual route.
yeah,
And from here it will go maybe to the internet back.
okay,
So that is the traffic flow.
okay,
This
got
allow
it.
the virtual Versa operating system will determine either the packet should go to the iNet WAN port without tunnel encapsulation or with standard NAT operation or no. Tunnel encapsulation will come if the traffic is internal traffic only. But the traffic is internet traffic, then no tunnel encapsulation will happen. But without that, a standard NAT operation and all of those things, what we used to do for internet, that will
Yeah,
gonna take place. Okay.
okay, sir.
And while return traffic comes to the IP address of the WAN interface, it will match the original outbound session. Same case like in NAT happens, right? You
Yeah,
are aware about NAT concepts. So
that's correct.
how
Yeah.
NAT will generate a ports basis kind of system that will happen over here. Any question?
No, sir. All right. Thank you.
Then instead of only DIA, there can be, you can able to see a gateway functionality you can use over gateway.
Yeah,
So when you will use gateway, the gateway function is same as the DIA function with some difference. Okay. The gateway function is used to bridge the private underlay network like legacy WAN or the local LAN in the same manner or in the same fashion like DIA is doing. Here also your CGNet, okay. Here CGNet will not automatically configured on the WAN. Okay. So let us say if I am using this device, branch maybe 1, and this is using as DIA, and branch 2 wanted to use branch 1 for the DIA traffic, then here we can configure the gateway. So when you will configure the gateway, it will send a default route to the branch 2. Are you getting my point?
Yeah.
So that is your gateway kind of story.
Okay.
Any question?
No, sir.
If no question, maybe we can jump to the practical, okay,
Yeah.
directly,
Yeah.
so that we can configure these things.
जी sir.
Now, very first thing, let me go to the lab. Lab does not have anything. Okay, currently
Okay.
I haven't configured anything on the same, and the reason is I wanted to configure it from the start. So
Yeah.
even the previous configuration is wiped out.
Okay.
So I am on the device. Okay, this device should be onboarded, right? And for onboarding, you are aware how to run the script. I'm just
Yeah.
running that script over here.
Yeah.
Let it happen. And meanwhile, let me go to the CLI and check show
Interface
interface
is brief.
brief
Pipe tab. Yeah.
tab format. And you can see it is trying to, go to the device. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me ping the gateway.
Yeah.
Ping routing instance is this one. Correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
I am able to. Let me try to ping 8888.
Yeah.
And again, routing instance is this. I am able to
Yeah.
ping that.
Yeah.
For the same, what I did, I configured over here, over here a NAT cloud, and I just let me show you. Let me show you. This configuration is actually very simple. So IP interface brief. If you see, this IP is coming from DSCP, and then I created a NAT route over here so that my any network is coming from where will go to the NAT route. Are you getting one?
Okay. जी sir.
No question on this
No, no.
configuration?
I'm all right, sir, with this.
Okay, good. So that is what I did earlier. Now on the branch 2, if you see, I haven't done anything specifically. Okay. And currently, if you see, there should not be anything over there. My purpose is, first of all, I need to configure the DI, right?
Yeah.
So to configure the DIA, I need to again create these kind of, labs.
Yeah.
So I am going there. Just give me a minute.
Yeah.
Device books. Maybe some internal issue. That's fine. We can ignore that. Let me just get this and let me configure the stuff what we are doing. Now, first of all, we will go to the devices. We will configure the device. So, no, here I am giving.
Workflow, sir.
First of all, we need to go to the device template. Here, for branch 2, it is post staging template. I'm just saying it is like as PS post staging. And then it is for NetMinion for sure. Okay. And bandwidth 300. Premier. Okay. So how it is looking like?
Sir, workflow में you can need to go first workflow, ना?
Oh, sorry.
जी.
Sorry. I'm in the. Let's go to the workflow.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
here. Now, branch 2, device 2. It is post staging, yes. Full mesh, let it be full mesh. We will gonna talk about those things later on. Premier secure, 100 Mbps, organization. Let us select as NetMinion. Automatically controller will come up. Analytics, V analytics, next. Fine. Here we are aware like what we need to do. Give me a minute, guys. So, okay. 0 is for your LAN. Let's give a name like LAN. Add. Then 1 as your WAN. And this is your internet. Everything is fine. 2 is your again WAN. And
MPLS.
MPLS. Not here. We need to select line over here. MPLS and add. And done. Yes, all thing is done. Go ahead. And here under the tunnel.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
Here under the tunnel, you need to select that for LAN VR. Okay. My WAN interface will be internet. And I want to provide as a DIA connection.
DIA.
And don't forget this plus button. Okay. That's side to side. I don't want. Okay. I don't want this. See, I am not configuring any BGP. Yeah.
Yeah.
Inbound net. Even I am not configuring anything on the inbound net. Management service, no. Deploy, just deploy. So I'm doing it from the scratch so that you can able to understand that what I did. Any question?
No, sir.
Okay. Now next thing, go to the device. Under the devices, just create your branch 2. Branch 2.
Yeah.
Here, select the organization and the device group. I am just create. Oh, sorry. I just create a new. So this is your branch 2 device group. And I am selecting the same post staging. Click on OK. Anything? No. I can give country name. Then next. No device template I am selecting currently. User info. Put the address is here. 192.168. It is 2. So 21/24. Oh, I'm sorry. This is LAN. Then here is 212/24. And this will be 200. Okay. Then go to the virtual router. Here it is port 1 and 200. Next, deploy. Now we will go to the administrator under the inventory unknown devices. They should be there. Branch 2. Okay. And let me go to the branch 2. Okay. Let's wait. So currently it's having an IP address 10.100.129, but soon it should be get changed. and
Yeah.
here you, it should be rebooted now. Okay, just wait for.
Yes.
Okay, let it get booted and come up. Then we will see something. Now maybe we could have checked before, Uh, uh, uh. It's all right. I will show you maybe some other site, and then I can show you there how it looks like. Maybe similar way, let me create this branch 3. Okay, so that I can compare and I can show you how branch 3 looks like.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we go to the branch 3, same thing I am doing on the branch 3. Okay,
Yeah.
but because I want to take a just reference, I will go to the workflow under template, create branch 3 post staging. Okay, let it be full mesh. Same thing, 100 Mbps, original NetMinion. And here it will come as vController automatically. Then vAnalytics next. Here, if I see the branch 2, only 2 interfaces. This is LAN. Give a name as LAN here.
Yeah.
And then this is WAN, which is MPLS. So I will select it. I will show you some more functionality over here. That is good.
Yeah.
Let's go with site-to-site tunnel, no, OSPF, no, NAT, no, management server, no, deploy. Okay. Now we need to go into the devices. Then I am creating it as branch 3.
Yeah.
Same way, whatever we did earlier. Add new. Now this time branch 3 device group. Select as branch 3 post staging. Click on next. Country again. We can give any.
India. Yeah.
So Bangalore. Let us say this time somewhat difference.
Yeah.
Then bind the data. LAN IP will be 192.168 because this is third site. So I am selecting as 3. MPLS again, if I will just say 200.3.1.2/.4, and then it will be .1. Next, deploy. And this device should be now reaching to my unknown devices. If everything is fine, it is. Click on OK and just check my branch 3. It should be also having some show interface brief app. It should be having one interface, yes, and it should be rebooted in a minute. Can you see that?
There you go. Yeah. Yeah.
It means we are good. So let's go to the branch 2. Perfect. Let's go to the CLI, and here the story starts. Show interface brief, and tab. Now
Yeah.
you will see two more interfaces for the 169. Can you check
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. 602 and 603.
Can you check that?
Yes, sir.
So this is what I was saying, that you will be receiving some APIPA IP addresses,
Yeah.
and that is what I was talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
No question?
अच्छा सर इसमें
Then
सर इसमें एक
yes,
एक वो होता है इसके रूटिंग टेबल के अंदर सर एक इनडायरेक्ट लिखा हुआ आता है सर उसको सर जरा प्लीज सर थोड़ा सा एक्सप्लेन कीजिए सर ये, ये
I will explain that. Now,
ओके
if you see show route, route, routing stands for uh, NetMinion LAN VM.
या
Okay, you must be having a default route. Can you see that?
यस सर
And this default route, if I will scroll it up,
द नेक्स्ट
what
हॉप
is
इज
the
602
what
या
is
एस ए एफ
what is
आई
the
एस
what is
एस
the
ए एफ आई
AFI
या
and what is SAFI? Can you see that? AFI
यस
and
सर
SFI.
या
This is for your IPv4, and in IPv4 it is for your unicast.
यूनिकास्ट
And if you see below, route for AFI IPv6 is not there. Okay.
या
So I am only checking the AFI for address family identifier is IPv4, and maybe sub, if you will talk about, is unicast. That is what I was explaining, right?
यस
Now
सर
let's come over here. Can you see this?
या
603 before some time I showed you
यस सर
603 here. This must be going where? In your LAN VM.
या
And this is going where? In your internet. That is two interfaces I talked about, and it is
या
showing you over there.
या
So you can see that it is showing you a default route is coming. This is my next hop, and interface name it is talking about. Any doubt?
so sir that means it when the traffic will come to the LAN VR, right? Okay, it will have the LAN VR will have a default route that will point to the APIPA IP address. The next hop is the dot two, which is the transport VR, right? So if you go up sir थोड़ा सा ऊपर ऊपर करें सर जहां पर ये अच्छा अब ये सर ये जो 602 जो है ये ट्रांसपोर्ट वीआर का एड्रेस है ना तो यहाँ से
This is
लैन से
internet
ट्रैफिक जो
transport here.
इंटरनेट
See,
या सो
you need to specify there both of them are transport here. Can you see?
ओके या या
So it is internet transport here.
so sir when it goes to the transport VR how the transport VR routing table is looking like can you please do that
You wanted to see this?
जी जी सर
Here you.
okay all right so the traffic will come here right and over here we have a default route again which points to 100.221 right over the
That is
VNI.
my internet. That is my internet router.
Okay, all right. Okay,
So
all right.
if I will create a simple diagram for you,
Yeah,
okay. Let us say I am just creating, multiple boxes.
yeah,
So let us say this is 192, 168, 3.1/24. Okay. It is representing the LAN. So all my LAN traffic has the default route towards it. Okay.
yeah,
Then LAN has the default route to my internet VR, which is 169.254. Sorry, let me check the 02.
yeah.
And what is the slash? It is showing.
Slash 31, sir.
Where it is showing?
I think it was somewhere in the
Here you.
slash 31, yeah.
Okay, /30. And what is this? This is your iNet,
Yeah.
next hop. Okay,
Yeah.
or maybe a virtual tunnel we can, virtual interface we can see, and the interface name is TVI 602 something.
602. Yeah.
So this is your TVI interface 602.
602.
Then your traffic will go to the internet routing table, and here it will go to the 100.3.1.1. Okay, but the next hop will be 2. Sorry, it will be 1 only. Yeah. So it will go to the 1. So like that.
Yeah.
Now this whole stuff is under one device. This is same host device, and this is your internet router. Okay, so
Yeah.
that is how it is connecting. If I will show you on the lab, I am talking about this device and this device.
The
This
device.
is
Yeah.
Is this point clear now?
Yes, sir.
And then internet router is connecting with your backbone router. So like that.
Yeah.
Everything is happening.
Okay.
Any question?
No, sir.
So far all good, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I need to talk about more stuff, and that is BGP neighborship. So if I will go to the here, show BGP neighbor, maybe brief.
Yeah, brief. Yeah.
Okay. Can you see your local AS is this, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay. Here, NetMinion LAN.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
There is a BGP neighborship with 02.
Yeah.
Any question?
No, sir. So
And
0 0 to
similarly, internet is making this neighborship with 3.
Yeah.
So it is like on the same device, but two different, VRs. So you are able to see 2
Yeah.
here. Any question?
No, sir. I'm clear. Yeah.
And then this is with your route reflector or controller, V
Yeah.
controller. So
Yeah.
that is 6 or 5.
512.
Any question? And then you can see
No,
it.
sir.
ESR is different. Huh? So it
Yeah.
means it is a EBGP neighbors.
Individual.
And you
Where?
haven't done anything by yourself. You haven't done anything. It is doing automatic. Now let me compare it with branch 3 that must be coming up now. Admin. What's I want to say? So interface.
CLI.
Oh, sorry. CLI. So interfaces. Interfaces.
Brief.
Brief.
Pipe tab. Yeah.
Here, if you see, I don't have that 602 or 603 thing. For APIPA IP also you cannot be able to see, right?
Yeah.
If I show BGP neighbor brief, there should be only one with RR. Can you check?
Correct. Yeah.
So those differences are coming because why? Because you have configured the DIA, or maybe you can say your splitter.
Yeah.
Same thing if you go under the appliance view and maybe for branch 2. These interfaces you are already aware. Okay, if I will go into the tunnel, can you see there?
Yeah. Split tunnel.
See, wide side split tunnel interface, internet and LAN via.
Yeah.
Here, okay, it is LAN side, it is WAN side. So that is getting paired with each other. So these two IP addresses, even you can look from there as well. So you
Yeah.
have now five, tunnels. But if I will show
Yeah.
you the branch tree, it will be only having three. Can you see? Only
Yeah.
three, right? So that
Yeah.
is one difference. Then I talked about that in configuration, if you will go here, maybe in the service, yes, CGNet. So you can see this is pool MPLS automatic, some CGNet is coming for branch 3. But if I will go for branch 2, you will be able to see 3 because one for internet, one for MPLS, and one is for DI. Can you
DIA.
see?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So this is what I was mentioning, that for your internet routing VR, you would be able to see egress network traffic, and here automatically everything is happening. You are not doing anything. Means we are not doing anything. It is
Yeah.
automatically configuring everything over here. If we talk about ports, if we talk about anything, everything is happening automatically. But yes, for sure, if there is some requirement, you can make changes. But
Yeah.
that is out of
Sir, it
scope
will
for this.
it will
But
it will
I
it will
hope you
take the
understand.
yeah, sir, it
Yeah,
will take the interface or address, है ना, egress interface address when it is doing the net to route the traffic.
it is doing fat only.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay, all right, okay, yeah, yeah.
So far, any doubt?
No, sir.
Everything good?
जी.
Okay. So this is one thing what you need.
Yeah,
Now, what I can show. Just give me a minute. I can show you the gateway function also. Okay.
yeah,
So if I go to the, first of all, for sure, you should be configured this MPLS router for this device, or any device. Okay.
yeah,
That is already done. Simple, I am putting the IP address, nothing else. Okay. That is already done. If you wanted to see only interface briefs, including up. So these are the devices what I static routes for the site 100, 3, 11, 2, and 11. 11 has two routers. If you see,
yeah,
this site has two routers. So I used first and second octet for the same. For
yeah,
first device, I am putting first. For the second device, I am using octet. Third octet, I am putting it as 2. So
yeah,
everywhere else, you can see the third octet is 1. Only the 11 device, because I have two devices, so it will be using one end. Okay.
yeah,
Then show IP route. You can see nothing is configured over there. Simple disconnected routes.
okay,
Nothing is there. So
yeah,
I'm not using anything on the MPLS router. So for sure, when you are configuring this stuff, you should be aware that there is nothing configured on the device. Now,
yeah,
if I will go to the branch tree, and if I check the show route routing instance, maybe for NetMinion, I showed you earlier, but let me show you again. Can you see anything? You cannot able to see anything like default route stuff.
yeah,
Do you have? You don't have, right?
no.
It is just saying I have 3, I have 2 route, which is indirect, and this indirect is the one like I explained it in the previous class. Do you remember that?
Sir, we didn't talk about indirect, sir. Previous class में बात.
Oh, we talked using the DTVI tunnel.
Okay, 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 yeah, 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 okay, all right, okay, yeah, yeah,
Remember?
yeah, yeah, I got it, yeah, yeah,
So it will go to the it will go through the DTVI tunnel.
yeah.
Okay. So the same thing what I explained, like show interfaces
Dynamic,
dynamic.
yeah, dynamic, yeah,
Yeah, there I explained about this. No.
Yeah, yeah, I remember. Yeah,
So yeah, so just go through that class again. Okay, you will come to know that through DTVI it will go to the TVI tunnel.
correct.
Okay,
Ji,
so
ji,
it
sir.
will it need to finalize like from which TVI tunnel I need to go, and for the same it will go to the DTVI tunnel. So here
Yeah,
the indirect what you are checking. Okay, the indirect, where is that? This indirect what you are checking, it means it is showing it cannot show you the VNI interface directly, but since it will go to the DTVI, so you need to check this DTVI stuff over here.
correct. Okay, all right. Yeah,
And then DTVI will ultimately go to the TV for sure.
yeah,
Okay, now this stuff I already explained what I was telling. I was talking about your gateway functionality. Okay.
yeah,
Now we need to talk about the same stuff again, but this time I will go to the directory view, workflow, branch 2. In the branch 2, click on next, next. Sorry, I need to go to the postage. Templates,
yeah,
branch 2, name is incorrect, but that's it. Next, next, splitter. Here, can you see there is a gateway option available?
yeah.
Let's edit it, select it as gateway, make it as correct. Okay, now I hope it
Add.
is edit. Click
Ji.
on next, click on next, 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 and redeploy. You can recreate, but that's fine. I am just redeploying. It is
Yeah,
showing you the current, huh? It is showing you the new. Okay, so it added some kind of route policies. Okay, if you just scroll it down, it will show you the differences and all of the stuff, whatever you are doing. Okay,
yeah,
now let me deploy. Deployed?
yeah,
Fine. Once deployed, if I see the appliance, it should be giving me the error. Can you see that?
yeah.
It is saying
Out of
out of
sync.
sync.
Out of sync. Yeah.
Click here. It is showing you this is out of sync. This is fine. So I will click over here and I will say go to commit the template. Okay. It will show you the review option for this. Let me click on review if you wanted to see. And I can click on commit, but let me go to the branch 2 and now commit it. Let's see here. Merged. Okay, done. Can you see that?
Ji, sir.
Something happened. Now let me go to the device 3. Here I am just checking LAN VR routes. Can you something?
Yes, they got a default route, sir. Indirect
That
default
is,
route. Yeah.
yes, that is what I was talking
Okay.
about. So if you will select the gateway functionality, it means through the MPLS. Now you are not going, if I will just trying to ping 8.8.8.8, okay, routing instances, uh, it's LAN. So can
Yeah.
you see that?
Yeah.
And whereas my MPLS does not giving me that stuff. If I will do the trace route, okay, maybe the routing instance, let me in there. It will show me that it is going through where
Branch 2.
100.
Yeah.
100 is what? 100
Internet.
is your internet. So it's going to the second side. Can you see the second octet?
Yeah.
So directly it is going to the second side, and from second side it is going to the internet, and then blah blah blah, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, but it is reaching to the 8.8.8.8. So that is how your gateway functionality can be created. can be configured. Any doubt?
So basically, sir, what it is doing, it's putting the default route over the DTLS tunnel, and it's sending it to branch number 3, right?
So not only branch number 3, but all the sites.
All the sites, okay. All right.
So you are configuring it as with like gateway for the internet.
Correct. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Just take a look. If you have any question, you can
No,
just
sir,
ask.
I'm good with this one, sir.
Okay, then maybe we can move to the next topic.
Yeah.
So next topic is your just give me. Yes. Okay, fine. Yeah. So what we have is DIE. DIE is configured and it is all set. Now let's move
Yeah.
to the next. So next topic is your hub gateway.